Hi everybody. So this video I'm making today is something that I've been very excited to post. Basically, I got these yesterday. This is my first chance of actually being able to make a video. So I made a new order with Synthetic Epiphany, which are based here in the UK. I basically had to get the new MagniRoll fidget / knuckle roller that he has introduced. So if you're a member of the fidget groups, you may have seen a video that he posted explaining the differences between his original MagniRoll and the new Scoop. It's well worth a watch. It's always nice to see a maker explain their own work and innovation. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description. So the new Scoop has a very definitive flattened curve here. You can really see it sort of in profile in comparison to the original. And this is basically to kind of facilitate its use as a fidget slider. And it does that really nicely actually, because you've got a nice surface here for your thumb to push it. And I did find myself, even though I love knuckle rollers, I did find myself using this more as a fidget than a roller. It's just so unique, and I think, like I said in the video for this one, no one else has done this, and I love it. Really love it. This is really snappy. This one is less snappy, but it's got more magnets in it. So it has 8 magnets in it, I believe, each side, and it kind of almost feels like a mechanical slider, and I think that was the intent. And he's really got that kind of feel and almost a sound down as almost like a mechanical. It slides very nicely, but it doesn't come apart easily, so if you want to use it as a knuckle roller, you know, it's not coming apart. It's, I don't know why I dropped it then, but yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit shorter, as you can see there, a bit thicker. So I already did think this one was quite thick as a knuckle roller myself, personally, but I have very small hands, very short stubby fingers. But that doesn't stop me from loving this. It's actually very ergonomic, to be honest, with this sort of, I guess, the scoop on it. It just feels really nice, and this is in the kind of, I guess, the standard finish, which is just kind of matte satin, so you can feel the print lines just like you could on this one, but they're not, there's no sharp edges, no rough spots. It's just really lovely in the hand. I believe he offers a polished finish as well if you so desire. I actually love this one so much, and I love this one so much, which is a polished finish, that I've ordered another one. It's so good. It's just so comfortable to use, and it takes a little while to get used to the shape. Like, it really took me a while to get used to the shape of this as a fidget. So this doesn't have as many magnets in it, but it's crunchy, and because it's just so nice and smooth to hold, I have just been doing this. Yeah, it's brilliant design. Really lovely. So let me just measure this. So it's about probably 65mm by about 24mm, I guess. If I just quickly compare. So this is the knuckle roller, this is the large Delrin from Around Square. It's actually more closer in size to that. So this one was actually quite a bit longer. I think that's a good size, to be honest. It's still larger than, say, this is the regular size from Around Square, so it's still larger than a kind of like what I'm used to, a standard knuckle roller size. Is the Zero Gravity Return Tops Ristretto and the Samba. And then just lastly I've got the Unquiet Hands Titanium Revolver. So it's not much smaller really, that one. So yeah. Yeah, as a knuckle roller it tends to sort of land, I guess, with this side against your fingers. That just seems to be the natural way that it falls. It doesn't seem to, or at least not when I'm using it, it seems harder to do it that way. I guess because these are flatter spots and these are rounded. But yeah, it's entirely usable as a knuckle roller. It's just I've got teeny tiny hands, so not as easy, I think. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, this is too addictive as a fidget, really, more than anything else. Yeah, it's just fun. I highly recommend it, especially if you like knuckle rollers or fidgets. Now, I believe this is about, I think £10 more expensive than the other MagniRoll, but you've got more magnets going in. It's a completely different kind of shape design. So if I had to recommend one over the other out of these two, I would recommend the Scoop. This one, I love it, but it can pinch, and these magnets are very snappy, and I'd say this has the superior sound, if I'm honest. Like, that's quite satisfying. This is more subtle, more muted, you've got more magnets on there, it's quieter, which could be a plus for a lot of people. But it's just nicer to use, and it hasn't pinched me at all. It's very, very nice. So yeah, highly recommend that one. Definitely, but both are still available on his Etsy page. If you're intrigued by this kind of thing, check them out. Now moving on, because first thing I'm going to say, this is the best 3D printed fidget I own. I still need to do my comparison video, but this is the Geiger slider. Now, I was really tempted to get this before and I didn't, but he sent me this slider as a freebie when I bought the original MagniRoll, and this is brilliant, really good. 3-click, you know, it's up there with some of the best 3D printed fidgets that I've seen, and not too expensive, I don't think. Very good, and ergonomics are excellent on this as well, and it's a lovely colour, really fetching. I think because I was buying the Scoop, that was a must-have for me. I just caved. I'm a big Alien fan, love Geiger's work, so yeah, I caved, and I'm so glad I did. Now this is a polish finish, and he does this by hand. This is very labour intensive. If you've ever tried to sand anything to a polished finish, you know that you have to go through a lot of grits. Now I know I've had to do it before. It takes a long time, and that's kind of why this is, I think, his most expensive fidget on his page, and it's well worth it. So this, he offers this in 2 different setups, so you can get it as a 3-click or a 5-click. Now originally I was thinking of going for the 3-click because it's, you know, it's the old standard that everyone's familiar with, but I thought, no, actually I've got loads of 3-click sliders, let's try a 5-click. I've not had that before, and oh my god, I'm so glad I did. So this has got 6 in each line, so you've got 12 magnets each side. They're N52s in the corners and then N35s, I believe, in the middle. And he has tuned this to perfection. So I absolutely love this. It basically also behaves a little bit like a mechanical, but you get more sound and you get more feedback that you're more used to with magnets. And it is so crispy. Crispy is the best way I can describe this. It is just absolutely amazing. I'm still getting used to using it. Because I've been at work, I haven't had a lot of time with these fidgets, but I was blown away. I have to say, I love the design and everything, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite this good. I was expecting it to be good, you know. I'm not downplaying anything. I was expecting it to be very good. But really this good, I was just, wow, surprised. I went to work and I was sad to leave it. I didn't want to take it to work because I thought this lovely finish is going to get ruined. But yeah, I really missed it. I just wanted to fidget with it. So the design of this, I absolutely love it. It reminds me of Geiger's biomechanical kind of bone, really dark black kind of bone aesthetic. So you see it in the Alien film. You see it in his artwork if you've ever studied any of his work. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of that, especially with these curved edges. It just looks awesome. And with the layers there from the 3D print in this kind of black and grey material, it is stunning. I believe in his description he said it's kind of wanted to kind of almost mimic a Damascus kind of look, but to me it just screams, yeah, that kind of biomechanical look that I love. It's awesome. This little middle part here is lovely. It's like a worry stone, very nice. You can feel a little bit of texture right in the middle. It's not sharp, it's okay, but other than that, the rest of it is just completely smooth. Really, really lovely. The curvature from the side as well is very distinctive, very sleek. It's lovely to look at and it's really nice to hold. I'm not really one for polished finishes. I'm kind of leaning more towards it now, but usually I go for matte or satin, but I just really fell in love with this finish, sorry, I'm muddling up my words, that, I decided that I wanted this in a polished finish as well, so I've made another order. We got the same plates, I believe, as this one. I think it's a white PLA or something. It's his recommended sliding plate material, and yeah, it works beautifully. So another thing I would say as well, so I asked Marcus, the maker, a little bit more about this. So for the 5-click, you may be thinking, oh, N35's in the middle, that's going to be really weak, but actually it's still really strong. I think because the amount of magnets you've got there, and also because they have to be spaced closer together, like you can kind of see a little bit there, faintly you can see the magnets in there through the plate. Yeah, because they're so close together, obviously they are smaller magnets, but he said basically if you choose stronger magnets, it's going to be really hard to actually push. And the way he has developed this when he was in the prototyping stage is, I believe he had a fixed magnet layout, but then he would change, correct me if I'm wrong Marcus, you'd change the depth of the plate material for the magnets to really hone in the strength that is desired. And you know, I can understand what he's saying, that if you had really strong magnets all throughout, it would just be really hard to push. So this is absolutely perfect. So this is his recommended setup for the 5-click. For the 3-clicks, not a problem, because obviously they're spaced out more, no problem whatsoever. But just because you've got a lot of magnets squeezed into this shape and size, this is the layout he's gone for, and it's just amazing. As far as I know, no other maker has done it, especially with the 3D printed fidgets, and this is my absolute favourite 3D printed fidget, hands down. It blows everything else I have out of the water. One thing I really love is it's got plenty of weight to ladder, and with those N52s in the corners, it just obviously wants to snap down. It's just, yeah, I was just so obsessed with this. I still am. So it's louder than the Scoop, but yeah, it's just, God, it is so satisfying. Like seriously, it is amazing. I cannot praise this enough. And just feeling it as well, it's really nice. It feels like a stone. He's done really well with this finish, and I love the material as well. I love that kind of grey black, which is why I went for the same with the Scoop. They're all sticking together. That's the only problem with 3D printed stuff. So let's just compare the size. So this is from a fidget manufacturer in Germany, and this is their core slider, I think, so it's like their standard size. I have got the mini as well. I still need to do my kind of comparison ranking 3D print fidget video, but it's a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, but more or less the same length. Very good 3D printed fidget, 3-click. Oh, so let's do this one as well. So it's around about the same length. Oh, it's much thicker, this one. Sorry, I can't remember what this one is called. Yeah, similar kind of footprint, I guess. One. This is the Magnus Toad X. So I'm having problems with the magnets. They just want to stick together, basically. Yeah, the Toad X is a little bit smaller. There we go. And of course the Raptor. So I knew the Raptor was going to be smaller, obviously. The Raptor is quite a small fidget, so quite a lot shorter. Ooh. There we go. But yeah, wow, blown away. I do love these rounded corners as well. They are really nice. just is beautiful. And even though it's 3D printed, it doesn't feel like it is, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't feel, apart from the little bit of texture in the middle, I can't feel any print lines. He's worked really hard with sanding this down. You've got a nice chamfered edge, I've just noticed there, where the sliding plates are against the body, so that's always good because this hasn't pinched me at all whatsoever. It's really nice, just so comfortable to use. And yeah, if you like mechanical fidgets, but you know, sometimes wish for a little bit stronger feedback, this, you know, mimics, I guess, the feel and sound of a mechanical, but you've got the feedback of magnets, which, to be honest, is amazing, because sometimes I feel that as much as I like a lot of mechanical fidgets, sometimes the feedback isn't strong enough. But this is perfect. He's really worked hard on these. And it shows. I should have got one sooner, to be honest. These are amazing. So these are £50, I believe, on his Etsy store, but as I said, because of the amount of work that goes into finishing these as beautifully as he has, that kind of, you know, that's a lot more time and effort on his part to do. I think it only comes in the polish finish, but I don't think you want anything else, to be honest, because it just feels so beautiful. And having that as a kind of worry stone texture is very, very nice. Yeah, it's perfect. Well done, Marcus. I can't actually really explain fully in words just how amazed I am by this. This is the best fidget printed, God. Alright, I'm tired. That's why I'm muddling up my words, but it is the best 3D printed slider ever, and I've been waffling on for ages now. So I think because I'm muddling my words, I'm going to call it a day. Let's just measure it. So it's about 5 centimeters by 3 by about 16, 1.6 centimeters. Yeah, it's bigger than some of the other sliders I have, but it's not too big. So these are amazing. Absolutely blown away by the Geiger slider. Check it out, guys, it's just amazing. And I really look forward to seeing what Marcus comes up with next. Fantastic work, really good. And thank you very much if you've made it this far. Have a lovely day.